Admiral Kethros adjusted his crystalline vocal cords as he addressed the human delegation through the quantum translator. His six-armed form towered over the primitive bipeds in the sterile conference chamber of his flagship, the Dominion's Fury. 300 vessels of the Galactic Empire hung in Earth's orbit like metallic storm clouds, their weapons arrays gleaming against the blue marble below. Your species has exactly 72 standard hours to surrender unconditionally, Kethros declared, his voice reverberating through harmonic frequencies that could shatter lesser beings' bones. The Empire has conquered 14,000 worlds. Your resistance is meaningless. Ambassador Williams, a weathered woman with silver hair, remained remarkably calm. Her aide, Captain Rodriguez, fidgeted with what appeared to be a small communication device. The third human, Dr. Patel, clutched a sealed container against his chest like it contained precious cargo. "Admiral, we appreciate your directness," Williams said, her tone diplomatically neutral. "However, we must respectfully decline your generous offer of subjugation. Instead, we'd like to present a counterproposal." Kethros's secondary arms twitched in what his species considered amusement. "You wish to negotiate? Your entire planetary defense consists of primitive fusion rockets and electromagnetic railguns. We possess weaponry that can crack continents." "That's precisely why we're here," Williams replied. "We want to warn you about something far more dangerous than any weapon system." The Admiral's compound eyes rotated skeptically. In his 3 centuries of conquest, no species had ever warned their conquerors about danger. "Explain this warning." Dr. Patel stepped forward, his hands trembling slightly as he opened the container. Inside, nestled in biofoam, lay a small, furry creature with enormous eyes and pointed ears. It mewed softly. "This," Dr. Patel said solemnly, "is a kitten." Kethros leaned closer, his sensor arrays analyzing the tiny organism. "A juvenile mammal? Your genetic records indicate these creatures serve no military function. They appear to be companions." "Exactly," Williams nodded gravely. "We call them pets. This particular specimen is approximately 8 weeks old. Admiral, I need you to understand something crucial about human psychology and our relationship with these creatures." Captain Rodriguez activated his device, projecting holographic images above the conference table. Kethros watched in growing confusion as thousands of images flickered past. Humans feeding small animals, humans sleeping beside larger quadrupeds, humans speaking to colorful avians in high-pitched voices. "Admiral," Williams continued, "humans have evolved alongside these creatures for tens of thousands of years. We've formed an unbreakable psychological bond with them. We call it the Domestication Pact. I fail to see the relevance." "Let me finish," Williams interrupted, causing several of Kethros's guards to reach for their plasma rifles. "This bond is so profound that humans will fight to the death to protect these creatures. Not for strategic value, not for resources, but for pure emotional attachment." The kitten in Dr. Patel's arms began purring, a low rumbling sound that somehow made Kethros's hardened warriors shift uncomfortably. "Furthermore," Williams pressed on, "these creatures are not limited to Earth. Human colonies have transported billions of pets across hundreds of systems. Every human settlement, every space station, every mining operation, they all contain these animals." Captain Rodriguez manipulated his projector, showing tactical displays of human colonial territories. "Admiral, your intelligence reports focused on our military capabilities. Did you catalog our pet populations?" Kethros's primary brain began processing this information with increasing alarm. His species had indeed overlooked such seemingly irrelevant biological data. "Admiral," Dr. Patel said quietly, stroking the kitten's fur, "this little creature will live approximately 15 years. During that time, the average human will spend roughly 30,000 credits on its care. We will rearrange our schedules around its needs. We will speak to it in voices we reserve for our offspring. And if you harm it," Williams took over seamlessly, "every human in the galaxy becomes your enemy. Not just soldiers, Admiral. Scientists, engineers, Doctors, farmers, every single human will dedicate their existence to making your empire suffer. This is absurd, Kethros sputtered. Emotional attachment to non-sentient creatures cannot. Can you guarantee, Williams asked softly, that your orbital bombardment won't kill a single pet? That your occupation forces won't accidentally step on someone's hamster? That your supply requisitions won't disrupt pet food production? The silence stretched for long moments. Kethros's tactical processors ran probability calculations, factoring in the new variable of human emotional irrationality multiplied by billions of beloved creatures across hundreds of worlds. You're threatening to turn this into a war of extinction, he finally said, over small mammals and avians. Williams smiled sadly. Admiral, we're not threatening anything. We're simply explaining why your empire's standard conquest protocols won't work on humanity. You can destroy our fleets, occupy our worlds, but the moment you threaten our pets— She gestured to the kitten, which had fallen asleep in Dr. Patel's arms. You'll discover that humans are the galaxy's most dangerous species when properly motivated. Admiral Kethros stared at the sleeping creature for a full minute before slowly backing away from the table. Helm, he said quietly into his comm unit. Set course for the outer rim. Mark this system as indefinitely postponed.